All right, good morning, everyone. If anyone else is outside of the registration, can we request everyone to come in? Thank you. Standing here today and looking around in this room, it is quite powerful to see so many leaders sitting in one space. Each of you carry stories, experiences, and journeys that have shaped countless lives. I wanted to use this occasion to share a short reflection from Mr. Nikweve Mikrizu, who was a school leader in Peg Government School and was a dear friend, a father of a dear friend of mine as well. He said, "As a school leader, I have watched generations pass through my school and my classrooms. They come as children, uncertain, searching, still finding their way, but they leave with dreams and with purpose. They go on to achieve, to grow, to become. And many would return just to wish me, to tell me where life has taken them, to remember where they began. In those moments, I realize this is my reward. The seeds I once nurtured are now scattered across the world, growing, thriving, becoming forests of their own. And though I may still stand here in the same place, retired and old, I am thriving through them." This reflection captures so simply and powerfully what it truly means to be a school leader. Once again, good morning, everyone. My name is Aishwarya Santosh, and I will be your chair for the day, and it's my privilege to be here today. I would like to begin by thanking each one of you for taking the time and being here. All the dignitaries and guests, officials from SCRT, DOSC, NBSC, Samagra Shiksha, and fellow colleagues from Nectar Project, respected district officials, and our valued school leaders. A very warm welcome to you all. We understand that many of you have come from different districts, and it must have been a challenge with the weather right now and the n number of commitments you have at your hand, but we really appreciate the time you've taken to be here today. We have a full and engaging day planned with opportunities to listen, reflect, and interact. We hope that by end of the day, each one of you leave with not just a clearer understanding of district school and system leader professional learning community, but also get a stronger sense of your role within these PLCs. And on that note, let us move forward with today's program. I would like to invite our special guests, students from TM Higher Secondary School, onto the stage, led by Sir Masikole, for the national anthem. Requesting everyone to kindly rise if possible. Thank you.
जनगण अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा Puschala Jalati Karanga Baba Shubhana Me Jage Agya Vidata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He.
Thank you. We are fortunate to have with us a leader who has been instrumental in shaping state's education landscape through her leadership in teacher education, curriculum development, and system reform. I now invite Ms. Keviralyu, Director SCERT Nagaland, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to all the distinguished guests, respected officers, and my fellow school leaders. It is indeed a privilege to be here today as we come together for the launch of the District School and System Leaders Professional Learning Community, the DSSL PLC in Nagaland. Well, when we speak about a professional learning community, we are not simply referring to a platform for meetings. Rather, we are speaking of a space where learning is continuous, where experiences are shared, and where we grow together. Because in reality, meaningful school improvement does not happen in isolation. It happens when leaders come together, reflect on the practices, and work collectively towards better outcomes. I'm sure each one of you brings valuable experience and insight from your own schools and districts. And this PLC provides an opportunity to bring those experiences into conversation, to learn from one another, and to translate that learning into practical actions that strengthen our schools. This initiative also reflects a commitment to a cascaded model of professional learning, where ideas, practices, and capacities do not remain confined to one level, but flow meaningfully across the system, and ultimately make a difference where it matters most, that is, in our classroom. At its core, this approach recognizes an important truth that as professionals, we learn best when our experiences are valued, when learning is relevant to our context, and when we are actively engaged in solving real challenges. It also reminds us that school heads and system officers are not just administrators, but co-learners, reflective practitioners, and leaders of change. And this requires us to gradually move away from the traditional notion of leadership based solely on authority. Today, leadership is not about directing from the top, but also enabling others, building trust, and creating spaces where teachers and teams can learn and grow together. School heads and school system officers, therefore, play a crucial role here, not just as controllers of the system, but as facilitators of learning, mentors to teachers, and connectors across all levels. And if we truly embrace this role, we have the opportunity to bring about meaningful transformation in our government schools across Nagaland. And we also must keep in mind that transformation does not always come from one big change. It comes from consistent, thoughtful improvements in how we support our teachers, in how classrooms functions, and in how children experience learning every day. And through platforms like this PLC, we can begin to strengthen that process of transformation, making our schools more responsive, more inclusive, and more focused on learning outcomes. As we move forward, transforming our schools into learning organizations, we will require a shift in our mindset. Today, therefore, it is not just about launching a program. It is about beginning a process of building a culture of collaboration, reflection, and continuous improvement. A culture where we learn from each other, openly discuss challenges, and work together to find meaningful solutions. The School Leadership Academy, SCERT Nagaland, in collaboration with P3 Consortium Nectar, the Lighthouse, is honored to welcome you all to this important initiative. We extend our sincere gratitude to our Dr. Gabriel William Lome, an Honorable Advisor School Education and SCERT, Dr. Yogesh Paharia, Assistant Professor, NCSL Nipa, New Delhi, for the presence and encouragement. We also warmly welcome Sri Shashank Pratap Singh, IAS, Principal Director, School Education, Sri Mathang Tongwei, Secretary, School Education, Sri Rangumbuin, Secretary, Nagaland Board of School Education. Your presence here today reinforces the importance of leadership at every level. And to our school heads and district education officers, you are central to the success of this initiative. Your participation, your openness, and your willingness to engage will determine how meaningful this PLC becomes. As we move ahead, let us commit ourselves to making this PLC a space where we learn continuously, reflect honestly, and support one another. And if we are able to do this, I'm confident that what begins here will not remain here. It will not be confined here, but will be seen in our schools, and most importantly, in better learning experiences for our children. Thank you, everyone, and I wish this initiative every success.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the warm welcome. And also, ma'am, I would request you to kindly stay on the stage itself, because we'll be facilitating the dignitaries right now. Thank you. May I request Honorable Advisor, School Education, SCERT Nagaland, Dr. Hyome, to please receive a token of appreciation. Sir Secretary, School Education, Government of Nagaland, Sir Mathang, please requesting you to step on the stage. Requesting Principal Director, Department of School Education and Project Director of Nectar, Sri Shashank Pratap Singh, IAS. Assistant Professor, NCSL Nipa, New Delhi, Dr. Yogesh Paharia. Chairman, NBSC, Sir Rangumbuin, if you could join on the stage, sir. Thank you. Deputy Project Director, Ma'am Avilu Ruhu, kindly join the stage. We are really grateful to our guests who were able to join us today, and we really want to extend our welcome to the event as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. As we begin the formal proceedings, it is important for us to reflect on the journey that has brought us here today. the School Leadership Development Program, which has laid the foundation for what we are launching today. It is also my privilege to briefly acknowledge Ms. Benjamiadan. Having had the opportunity to work with her over the past 2 years, I have seen firsthand her leadership and commitment. She's a strong leader with an even stronger vision for strengthening school leadership in Nagaland. And with that, I invite Ms. Benjamiadan, Deputy Director, SCERT Nagaland, to join us on stage and share a few words on the journey of School Leadership Academy and the School Leadership Development Program in the state. Request you to join, ma'am.
Good morning, respected dignitaries and my dear school leaders. The journey of SLDP started with the inception of National Center for School Leadership, NIPA. The National Center for School Leadership, NCSL, was established in 2012 at National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration under the aegis of then Ministry of Human Resource Development on the recommendation of the Committee on School Leadership Development 2010. The report of this committee clearly articulated the need for establishing NCSL at the national level and school leadership academies at the state level to work as extended arm of the center. Taking the recommendations forward, NCSL initiated the setting up of school leadership academies across the nation, and at present there are 31 SLAs. In 2016, the NCSL requested the government of Nagaland to identify an existing institution having requisite infrastructure and academic facilities to function as SLA in the state. While the state government was discussing on this matter, as an interim SLA, the CMET under SCERT Nagaland conducted various school leadership programs recommended by NCSL. On 16 January 2020, SCERT Nagaland was officially designated as School Leadership Academy. The objective of School Leadership Academy Nagaland is to transform each school in Nagaland by ensuring quality leadership. SLA SCERT is committed in reaching out to each school in the state to ensure the quality learning of each child by refining the leadership at school level. The basic functions and activities of School Leadership Academy in Nagaland is, firstly, organize 1-month certificate course on School Leadership Development Program, SLDP, for principals, vice principals, headmasters, and assistant headmasters of government higher secondary school and government high schools in Nagaland. Offer 16 days school leadership program for school heads, head teachers and teacher in charge of government middle school and government primary schools in Nagaland. Both these courses are based on the resource book developed by NCSL. The SLA also develops handbooks and training modules on school leadership. The present module that we are using for these two courses, though it is taken from the NCSL resource book, it has been contextualized to our local relevance by our SLA faculties. The SLA also conducts research and surveys. Some of our works are a study on the school development plan in Nagaland, survey on efficacy of school leadership development program, and evidence-based impact study on SLDP, which is still ongoing. We have also documented the progress in schools and achievements in schools. And the document of our school leaders, we prepare videos and we share them with the mass through SLA Nagaland YouTube channel and through NCSL portal. We also collect the best practices in the form of case studies from various school leaders. And most importantly, we uphold the linkage between NCSL and the school leaders of Nagaland. The 1-month certificate course on SLDP is aligned with the guidelines provided by National Center for School Leadership, NIPA, and it is also in line with NEP 2020, Chapter 5, Teachers 5.16, which states that school principals and school complex leaders will have modular leadership or management workshops and online development opportunities and platforms to continuously improve their leadership and managerial skills. It has been found that school leadership is the second most important factor determining students' learning, constituting 25% of the total effect of a student's learning. Therefore, 1 month school leadership development program is given much importance. The 1 month certificate course on SLDP, a precondition for further promotion at the school management level in Nagaland, is under process of becoming a reality, and this is one of a kind in the country. A total of 385 school heads and senior-most teachers have been trained in 1 month SLDP course. This course is designed for the principals, vice principals, headmasters, and assistant headmasters, as well as senior-most graduate teachers and postgraduate teachers of our higher secondary and high schools. The 1 month SLDP module is divided into 3 phases. The first phase is a face-to-face session at SCERT for 15 days. The second phase is project work in the respective schools for 14 days. And the third phase is the submission of project work to SLA Nagaland. For the benefit of everyone, we are doing this, the third phase, through online. The face-to-face session covers 7 key areas based on the NCSL module, which is facilitated by the SLA faculties consisting of SCERT officers, principals, vice principals, and AHMs. Apart from our SCERT officials, I would like to mention Dr. Bichano Mure, Engineer Kidani, Dr. Vishile, Dr. Chumbani, Srimati Rose Chishi, and Srimati Isituli. These people have been a backbone of our SLDP course. The whole course is assessed and the participants are awarded credits. 60 credits for face-to-face sessions and 40 credits for the project work. The 7 key areas shared to the participants in this face-to-face program are: the first key area is perspective on school leadership, key area 2 is developing self, key area 3 is transforming teaching learning process, key area 4 is building and leading teams, key area 5 is leading innovations, key area 6 is leading partnership, and key area 7 is leading school administration. The journey of SLDP is a testament to what collective vision can achieve. This milestone was reached because of the steadfast support and financial backing of NCSL NIPA. The leadership of the government of Nagaland, particularly our honorable advisor, the commissioner and secretary, and the officials at the secretariat who have championed school leadership at every turn. The Directorate of School Education and the Lighthouse Project, the Nectar, whose funding and P3 Consortium's expertise turned our ambitious training goals into reality. Our partners at Samagra Shiksha and NBSE, as well as the school heads whose presence and energy fuel this mission. My colleagues at SCERT, led by our director, senior officers, our cell head, Mr. Mwalong Imti, and the SLA team, have made this SLDP a success story. Above all, we credit God for the vision to make timely decisions and opening doors to the resources that have sustained us. It is the earnest prayer of SLA Nagaland that the time, energy, and the amount of money invested in SLDP will not go waste, but yield rich harvest, transforming our government schools into world-class institutions. To end this journey of SLDP, we would like to show a short video on our sessions taken during the 1 month SLDP course.
The School Leadership Development Program is a 1 month capacity building initiative organized by the School Leadership Academy in SCERT Nagaland, aimed at enhancing the leadership skills of school heads. This program is designed with a focus on the 7 key areas: perspective in school leadership, developing self, transforming the teaching and learning process, building and leading teams, leading innovations, leading partnerships, leading school administration that equips school leaders to transition from teaching the leadership roles, focusing not only on managerial and administrative responsibilities, but also on academic leadership. So far, the SLA has been able to expand its reach to certify a total of 385 school leaders across Nagaland. SLDB has now been made mandatory for all school leaders to ensure that teachers who are in line for promotion to become a school head will undergo the training before entering the role. This will equip them with the knowledge, skills, and mindsets necessary to effectively carry out the roles and responsibilities.
Thank you, ma'am, for guiding us through this journey and program and this wonderful video that you gave us. The various aspects SLA has been able to achieve in such a short span is truly commendable. Much of what we see today is a result of sustained efforts you, your leaders, current and previous, your team, along with constant collaboration with the system have put in. At the heart of any program are the leaders who experience it and bring it to life in their schools. Ms. Alio Shuya, Vice Principal of GHS's Jotsoma, is one such leader who is actively engaged with the School Leadership Development Program and translated those learnings into practice. I now invite her to share her experience as an SLTP alumnus here. Thank you, ma'am.
Respected Chairperson, Ms. Aishwarya, Honorable Advisor of School Education and SCERT, Sir Dr. Kekrilulie Yome, all the dignitaries present here, my fellow school heads, and everyone present. This morning, I stand before you all to share my experience on being part of the School Leadership Development Program and how it has impacted me as a school leader. For me, the SLTP training came about only after I had spent 2 years as a vice principal at Government Higher Secondary School, Jotsoma, where I was first posted in May 2022. With 13 years of teaching experience as my only credential and 0 experience in school administration, the first year as a vice principal was a mess. Transitioning from a teacher to an administrator was stressful, chaotic, and there were many instances where I felt inadequate, incompetent, and even regretting my promotion. The 30-day SLTP course, which I attended as the 4th batch from July 16 to 14 August 2024, was indeed an intervention I needed. The sessions were well designed, encompassing 7 key areas every school leader needed to develop within oneself. The sessions gave me practical insights with effective leadership and the interactive activities, real-life situations, scenarios, and brainstorming sessions made the training meaningful and relatable. Throughout the 30 days training, the SLTP gave me the space to reflect on my abilities and work on my incompetencies. All in all, the training gave me clarity, purpose, and a new perspective to my role and responsibility as a school head. It was indeed an enriching experience. As part of the certificate course, we were given the opportunity to undertake and document a project work in our respective schools. And for that, I conducted a week-long cyberbullying awareness week, a cyberbullying awareness campaign in my school, and made a documentary video on it, which was later selected as the Nagaland entry for the 3 days National Conference on Successful School Leadership this year in January in Delhi. This conference gave me the opportunity to interact and learn with so many other school heads from across the country who were inspiring and transforming their schools in their own ways. And for this opportunity, I remain indebted to SLA SCERT Nagaland. Throughout the past 18 months since completing the SLTP course, I have had the perfect space and work environment to practice, to experiment, and to execute the skills and strategies I acquired during the training, And these 18 months have taught me that leadership is less about authority and more about responsibility and influence. And if someone were to ask me what is the biggest takeaway from the SLTP training, I would say no doubt this training gave me the confidence to be a school leader. And as I say this, I hope to resonate with my other fellow counterparts who in their own ways must have felt the impact of the SLTP on their journey as a school head. With the new knowledge and insights gained from SLTP and with a new vision, mission, and our core values set in place, in our school, there are some practices and innovative teaching and learning methods that we have adopted and initiated in our school, which I would like to share with you through a video compilation. And before I leave the stage, I want to once again say thank you to SLA SCERT for the impactful program, and thank you for this privilege.
The vision of our school is all-round personality development, preparing each student's child to be a responsible citizen.
At Government High Secondary School, Joksama, our core values are confident. We trust our abilities, qualities, and judgment.
Adaptability. We adapt effectively to new conditions, changes, and challenges.
Responsible. We take responsibility for our actions, choices, and learning, empowering ourselves and others.
Empathetic. We understand others' feelings and treat them with kindness, care, and respect.
Resourceful. We think creatively and make the best use of available resources to solve problems.
Self-discipline. We control ourselves, stay focused, and consistently do what is right and necessary.
Integrity. We are honest, truthful, and morally upright in all our actions.
Teamwork. We work together collectively to achieve shared goals.
Inclusive. We have the attitude in welcoming, accepting, and embracing everyone.
Resilient. We learn to embrace challenges with positive attitude and thrive even in adversity.
Aligning with the school vision and mission statement, the school provides platform for students to explore their creative potential and diverse talents through meaningful skill-based activities. In addition to providing hands-on experience to our students, these skill-based activities gives them a sense of purpose, ownership, and accomplishment. It also results in optimal and efficient utilization of resources of the school. The school makes sure that our students' work and achievements are displayed on the walls and corridors so that they feel valued and appreciated. On the 27th of February this year, our school achieved a remarkable milestone at the science exhibition organized by Kohima Science College. Competing among some of the finest institutions, our students showcased an innovative project, a bionic robotic arm with AI assistance, and won the first position. What made this achievement even more inspiring was that our school was the only government school participating in the exhibition, breaking barriers and redefining possibilities. When teachers bring passion, positivity, and purpose, the workplace becomes a place of joy. More than colleagues, we are a family that supports, hypes, and inspires each other every day. We celebrate every event with the same energy as we perform our duties inside the classroom. The outburst of emotions in our school as two of our students secured top 1 and top 10 positions in the HSLC and HSSLC exam last year is something we will always cherish for a long time. As we move forward, several meaningful initiatives are already in the pipeline, including the inauguration of the new school building, marking a significant milestone in our journey. Guided by the vision of Mission Soul, we are committed to creating an environment that empowers students to grow, explore, and excel. We remain focused on building a progressive school culture that nurtures innovation, inclusivity, and continuous learning. Strengthening community engagement will continue to be the heart of our efforts, fostering a strong partnership between the school and the community. We strive to imbibe core school values in our students, shaping them into responsible and confident individuals. At the same time, we will continue to prioritize skill development through hands-on activities such as weaving, recycling of school paper waste, card making, and bamboo basket crafting, equipping our students with practical skills for life. With a shared vision and collective commitment, we move ahead with hope and determination to empower every learner and build a brighter future.
Thank you for that vulnerable and inspiring reflection, ma'am. Your ability to translate the training knowledge and skills to your school is truly commendable, and we hope you continue to be the impactful leader that you are today. And thank you also for the effort that you have put together in creating this video and giving all of us here a glimpse into your school. Thank you so much. All right. Now it's my honor to invite our Honorable Advisor, School Education and SCERT Nagaland, Dr. Hume, to address the gathering. Dr. Hume has a key driving force in shaping the vision for strengthening public education in Nagaland. We are privileged to have you here, sir, and will be great to hear your thoughts on the launch today. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. 1 week from now, next Wednesday, Madam Kevirale will be no longer associated with us. She has reached the end of her mile. She'll be retiring 1 week from now. But anyway, today is the launch of our very important program, so I congratulate her leadership. She has taken us through so many phases of our ever-evolving structural reforms within the department, also in aligning with the NEP's policies. So a lot of stressful events, a lot of challenging, innovative times were associated with her leadership. So I just want to personally thank Madam Kevirale and also use this opportunity to wish you all the best in the years to come. And also, you should also continue to intervene with us. Madam Ashwarya Santosh, thanks for chairing the day. We just saw the testimonials of GHSS Zosoma. So thank you, Madam Video Sriya. It was a very enriching program which you have. So along with the HODs who included here today, the Director SCRT, which is pivotal in this today's program, Director of School Education, as well as the Secretary School Education, as well as the NECTAR leadership. On behalf of all of you, all of us, we welcome our guests who are here today as resource person also, particularly Yogesh Paharia Ji, as well as we have another in the program in the second session, Spocky Wheeler. So to all our guests, we welcome all of you, and we hope you have a good time, and we hope we all benefit and learn from each other. If you look at the ecosystem of finances in Nagaland, School Education Department, we in the past 5 years, we have consumed, let us say consumed, 600 crores short of 10,000 crores, which includes the little money which we get from Delhi also, as well as state's resources. So today, as we look at India as a welfare state, it is our job to get and give free education to every child. No child should be left behind. But we look at two important elements here. One is, are we actually able to give proper welfare to our children? Are we able to build characters, build our future around our government public schools? The second one is the profitability of what we are investing. So ideally speaking, this is school education alone, excluding SCRT. We are consuming about 8.5 to 8.3 to 8.5 of our state budgetary allocation, which is huge, which is very, very healthy. But if you look at all these things, we understand that a lot of all these resources are wasted because we have an impeccable strength of teachers, as well as we have a lot of challenges ahead. But we also do understand that the system, especially school education system, is in a mess because we have inherited a lot of unwise planning. We have done a lot of things which ultimately we are suffering today. So along with the challenges which are there in the school education department, as well as the way ahead, I think there are a lot of challenges. So today's initiative, I think is very important, and it aligns very well with our philosophy, with our policy that we need to rebuild our public schools. We understand that India is where we have both the private sector, central intervention, as well as state's intervention. But understandably, we understand that a poor society like Nagaland, where most of our people are very poor, most of our households are very poor, and yet people send their children to private schools because they do not understand and they do not trust the government school system. So it is our earnest hope that through this kind of big initiatives, we will be able to regain the erstwhile years where everybody trusted our government schools, all our public leaders in all sectors, in all walks of life. We're all graduates, we're all alumni of our government schools. So it is our earnest hope that through this kind of initiatives, we will be able to go ahead. Currently, a lot of our vision for our government schools are aligned on 3 pillars. One is on school leadership, ladies. So I'm happy that NEPA, NCSL, we have initiated the SLA here in Nagaland. So once again, I want to appreciate and give my thanks to our SCRT also because we have won a national award, and that speaks volume because we as a small state to get such kind of recognition, I think it's a very, very big deal for us. It motivates us. So we understand that our teachers, especially government teachers, there are issues. There are issues of professional growth. There are issues of motivational level. There are issues of looking at our own government schools, even our own government teachers, how they view our own government schools, perception issues. So we hope that we will regain all these things. So once our children come back to our school, they'll get better, more high educated, high quality intervention. So it is our hope that the 3 pillars today we are investing is our schools infrastructures are in a mess. So we will rebuild infrastructure, which is it will take time, but that is one pillar. The second pillar will be on pedagogy, on what we call curriculum, which we are doing today. And the third one will be on administration. So administration, again, it's linked with governance. So the government of Nagaland, through the SLEC, we had already approved that we will bifurcate our teachers, because teachers will have to retire as teachers. What we are doing is teachers are brought back at the back end of their career as administrators. So this program is also an administrative position, but it's a teacher, it's a field operative kind of administration. So those who joins the directorate, we will give them an even time where they will undergo training and they will not go back to the teaching field. So it is already been approved. So what today we are doing is we are realigning so many of our initiatives which are taking place across different departments through different sister organizations. We have also, through the what I call Nagaland State School Standards Authority, we are going to pilot SQAF, which is mandatory. So SQAF will do a baseline study, but we have also roped in the Mission SOAR partners, which the Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland launched last year on Teachers' Day. So we will be doing two baseline projects. We are covering a baseline of 249 schools. The Mission SOAR is integral to what we are all initiating here, like the P3 section of Nectar. So we are not encroaching on each other's territory. Rather, we are confluencing all our energies so that ultimately we bring out what is best for our schools. Today, through Mission SOAR, we are planning to do a huge, what do we call, revamping of our curriculum and pedagogy. So we understand that education being a federal subject also, we understand that the state has a lot of say here also. So aligning with the NEP's vision, what we want to do is we want to bring world-class curriculum into our classrooms. So teachers, from being helicopter drivers, now you have to drive pilot jumbo airlines. So teachers definitely needs to be trained. So we have here issues of resources. Nagaland, unfortunately, what we are doing is all the cookie shapes are round, triangle, whatnot, but unfortunately we prepare from the same dough. So although it's all different shapes, it tastes the same. So the diffusion of knowledge is very important for us. We hope that people will learn from us, and I'm very happy that a lot of indigeneity is taking place. When we talk about school leadership, I was amused, but I was also happy to learn that one of our school leaders, they have initiated even a piggery because the school compound is big, and they slaughter the pig during there. So I think these are best practices, very uncommon but specifically. So I think over the years and over our whatever initiatives, a lot of all these gray matters will come. What is relevant to us may not be relevant to others, but in the end, it is all about innovations. Under ITEP, NEP's teachers training, every year we roll out 600 teachers with B.Ed degrees. And many of the teachers who are getting their training from private institutions, they do not have the mandatory classroom experience. So all this pertains to higher education, but they are all fed into our school education system. So today, if you look at our traditional practices, once you have a degree in the form of a B.Ed, with that degree, you retire from your teacher service. Today, what we are focusing a lot is through the initiative of the SLDP, through our School Leadership Academy, in-service teacher professional trainings will become very important. So I think the 30 days course, there are rooms for improvement, there are ways to, what do we call, improvise and improve it also. But we also understand that this in-service teachers training, certification courses, we are looking at the teachers' credentiality, and if you look at some of the OECD models, we understand that we have registered teachers, we have licensed teachers, we have accredited teachers, we have professional teachers. So right now the survey quantum of our activity is based only to public school teachers, but it is very much within our mandate to increase it to private schools also. So that professional certification, accreditation, and crediting system will allow what do we call teachers to rise to a certain level. One key issue which we are facing today is the dignity of our school leaders. For example, in primary schools, in government middle schools, we call all these school leaders as teacher in charge, and we have the headmaster, headmistress, the principal system. But soon we are putting up a committee on this. We will call, despite whatever be the capacity, they are all school leaders at all levels. So uniformity is very important in school education. So we need to come out with a significant dignified term for even primary school teachers, and for that we are proposing that all school leaders be called as principals. So I think that is important. So coming back to our baseline survey, which we are planning to do, I think a lot of the 388 indicators, parameters which are outlined are impracticable for us. And I think NP also, in many ways, it is biting more than what it can chew. And I think in many ways also it is straight away a copy, cut and paste from the OECD model with ITAP, which will soon be put into place. No colleges in Nagaland is empowered to conduct ITAP, which means all our students will have to go outside the state to get their teachers' education. So that, and this is a very worrying thing. So right now here we are talking about the teachers who are already in service, but if you look at the outline of how many teachers are going to retire, we look at our workforce. We had already created a database for that. Between 21 to 30 years of service in our directorate, unfortunately, we have only 2.73 of our total workforce of teachers, which is very, very worrying because we don't have young workforce. So a lot of things are changing all over, but the baseline which we are planning to do will cover 249 schools. I'm very happy that we have already trained 385 school leaders through the SLDP. So I think the launching of this micro level is very important. Also to inform all of us here, what we have been doing is the promotion of our DEOs and DEOs, SDEOs. It is through seniority. So what the government has effectively also taken a stopgap decision is we will bring in what do we call civil administrators as a stopgap arrangement as DEOs also where it is necessary. We have understood that they are being pushed on seniority. So I've been highlighting this. Seniority has also been killing us because at the effect end of your career, you are being pushed up. So these are something which we have been discussing. So these are something which we will have to necessitate for effective this thing. What is happening is over the years, lack of motivation is also there, but our school system, our leadership needs to operate on the basis of personalization. That personalization has been absent from us for some time. To run schools, the DEO needs to know all heads of institutions under his or her name area. It needs to be constantly in touch. It has become very machinic, so we hope that through all these kind of initiatives, that personalization takes place. We will improve the ecosystem of administration governance. The GMS will have to sign MOUs with the high schools. The feeder schools will have to sign with the state. Couple of government high schools will have to sign MOUs with the GHSS which are there. And the GHSS needs to know how many students are particularly in this feeder schools, in the high schools. They need to have an idea of how many teachers are there, how many students will be graduating from their high schools. All this we will create, and for that we will be doing things. So these are some of the reforms which are concurrently taking place, and I hope all this will help with our program also. The one huge challenge which we have particularly is with SCRT itself. We had lots of uneasy, long-faced meetings also, but I think now we have come to certain levels of understanding. For a small state like ours, when we got our statehood in 1963, we were at 17% literacy. The national average was 24%. Today, we boast that Government of India recognized Nagaland as the third most literate state. Literacy alone is not going to help us. The quantity is not going to help us. The quality of our education has become very important today, and I hope that we are not trying to corporatize our school, but by the end of the day, school leadership is all what matters. And I think this initiative is very important. For us, we need to rebrand ourselves so that the public trusts us. We need to remarket ourselves so that the public begin to understand us. All this while we have been telling our teachers are qualified to have the requisite degree. But in government private schools, right from graduation, you become a teacher. But our teachers are all trained. But we see that our children are not coming to our schools. So today, what we will be doing is we will bring high-intensity, world-class global learning skills into our classrooms. And for that, we will create a public perception where public will begin to trust us again and come back to our schools. So what I'm overall trying to say is that the system is perfectly right, but the design which created the system is technically flawed. So today, all these initiatives, I will grade it as what Ashwara Santos says, not just design reforms, but today we will be redesigning our schools, and this initiative is a very huge step towards redesigning our ecosystem in school education. With that, I thank all of you, and I hope you will all learn from each other today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your reflective words and for clearly articulating the vision that quality education for our students is not an option but a compulsory mandate, and also taking us through the different future plans of the department to revive our government schools. We also sincerely hope that all our children are having access and opportunities to get the best possible education in Nagaland, and through all these interventions, it will be enabled. Now we have another significant leader who played a pivotal role in shaping and strengthening the state's education system. I would request the Secretary of Department of School Education, Sir Matrang, to kindly share your words with the guests here.
Good morning, all of you. First, I thank our Honorable Advisor for gracing this first-of-a-kind PLC program. Thank you. And I heartily welcome our dignitaries to our state. I hope our officers have made necessary arrangements to make their visits and stay comfortable and cozy. I joined to this department recently only, and I don't have a clear concept of the program, but I will share a brief outline of our today's program. In our rapidly evolving educational landscape, teachers and administrators across the globe continue to seek new and innovative approaches to optimize students' learning experiences and strengthen the communities that nurture their growth. The pursuit of educational excellence is not merely a professional obligation. It is a sacred responsibility that shapes the future of our society. One of the most effective and transformative strategies in this endeavor has been the establishment of professional learning communities, commonly known as PLCs. These collaborative networks have proven instrumental in fostering continuous improvement, shared expertise, and collective problem solving among educational professionals. Recognizing the profound importance and potential of PLC, the School Leadership Academy SCERT, in strategic collaboration with the National Center for School Leadership, National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, New Delhi, and Nectar P3 Consortium, has taken a groundbreaking initiative. Together, these distinguished organizations have launched the District School and System Leaders Professional Community here in Nagaland. This initiative represents far more than administrative program. It stands as a landmark achievement with the transformative power to revolutionize schools across our state of Nagaland. Through this professional learning community, we are creating a robust network of educated leaders who will share best practices, innovative collectively, and drive systematic change that will benefit countless students and communities. A PLC is a powerful way to transform how schools operate by creating a culture where everyone is constantly and growing together. The DSSL PLC embodies our commitment to collaborative leadership, continuous learning, and sustainable educational reform. It will serve as a catalyst for positive change, enabling our district, school, and system leaders to work together in unprecedented ways, sharing insights, resources, and strategies that will elevate the quality of education throughout the state. Today marks not just the launch of a program, but the beginning of a new chapter in Nagaland's educational policy. Through the district, school, and system leaders professional community, we are building bridges of collaboration that will transform our schools, empower our educators, and ultimately provide our students with the exceptional educational experiences they deserve. Let us move forward with determination and an unwavering commitment to educational excellence. In essence, a PLC doesn't just change what teachers do, it transforms who they become as educators and how the entire school community approaches learning, growth, and continuous improvement. Thank you. And seeing the enthusiastic participation here, I hope we take back good, positive insights to our schools and to our children. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your effort to understand and precisely capturing the purpose and vision of DSSL PLC. At its core, it's a model to build a platform for all leaders within the district to come together, to share, discuss, dialogue, and understand what is happening within their districts, right? So it's a top-down approach where, it's from opposite of top-down approach where leaders are coming together and discussing, and they take it then to the district and to the state for reforms and policies. And you have precisely captured that, sir. Now I would like to welcome Dr. Yogesh Baharia, an assistant professor at National Center for School Leadership, NCSL, National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, NIPA. He has actively presented his research findings at various national and international conferences, and we really appreciate you for being here today for this launch.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Kekri Oliyome, Advisor School Education SCERT, Shri Shashank Pratap Singh, IAS, Principal Director School Education, Srimati Vikvino Chale, Additional Secretary, and Shri Mathung, Secretary School Education, Kevin Liu, Director SCERT Nagaland, distinguished officials, school leaders, educators, and all other participants. Good morning to all of you. It is indeed my privilege to be part of this important occasion, that is the launch of district schools and system level professional learning communities initiative here in Kohima. And on my behalf and on behalf of my Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Shashikala Vanjari, NIPA, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to SLA, Nagaland, SCERT, and all organizing partners for inviting me to be a part of this significant initiative. So I would like to begin with deeply appreciating the efforts of the Nagaland. Sir, I would like to tell you that among different Northeast states, SLA Nagaland is one of the best performers. And it has demonstrated from the very beginning a clear vision and commitment towards strengthening school education systems through its various initiatives, whether it is the SLDP program, whether it is the school capacity building of school heads, and now the establishment of professional learning communities. And also I would like to acknowledge and recognize Nagaland's effort in taking lead in the implementation of National Education Policy 2020 initiatives. It is the state which has come up with the CPD module, that is Continuous Professional Development Module and Diary Initiative, which is also Nagaland has taken a lead from the very beginning. And now with this initiative, the state has institutionalized the PLCs into formal structures and working mechanism. So these are some new initiatives that Nagaland has been from the very beginning taking a lead. And now also we know that, as I told you, I have many friends from Nagaland, and they used to tell me, though it is my first time in Nagaland, they used to tell me that Nagaland is a land of festivals, and which has and I know that I'm meeting different people from different districts, and these people comes from very different cultural background, and they have a very strong community bond and tradition as well. So I think the idea of community is not new to Nagaland, and it is inherently embedded within its social fabric. And now when we talk about PLC is also kind of community, and it is not simply a group of professionals. And I think every community has a culture, so does the PLC. So PLC is not a group only, it also has a culture where they can learn from each other, where they can discuss their problem, where they can create or co-create solutions, and accountability can be shared. So if this initiative implemented effectively, I think then it has a potential to building strong network of school leaders across the different district and the state, and it will create a sustainable support system for the school, and ultimately it will improve the learning outcomes of the students. I think with such initiatives, Nagaland has emerged as a model for other states, not just in Northeast, but for the other parts of the country, in demonstrating how this system level leadership and development can be institutionalized in a formal manner. So again, let me conclude with a simple reflection that when leaders learn together, the school will grow together. And when school grow together, the entire state move forward. And when entire state move forward, I think the nation goes ahead. So with this, I think the path to development, I think we are calling that by the 2047, we have to make the Bharat Viksit, a developed India. I think the route to Viksit Bharat will be from Viksit Nagaland also. And I think as Nagaland will become developed, I think India will also become developed. So with this word, I would like to thank one again Nagaland and SCERT and school education. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the acknowledgement of the efforts that the department has been put in. I'm sure it lifts the spirits of everyone present here. We do hope the system that we are creating will reimagine leadership, like you mentioned, both within the state and as well as outside the state. It is now my privilege to invite Shri Shashank Pratap Singh, IAS, Principal Director of Department of School Education and the Project Director of SLA Nagaland. Through his leadership in both the department and the project, he is playing an important role in supporting systemic reforms and enabling structures that strengthen schools and leadership across the district. We are grateful for his continued support and guidance. May I now request sir to please acknowledge the gathering.
Honorable Advisor, School Education and SCERT, Secretary, Department of School Education and SCERT, the representative from National Center for School Leadership, Dr. Yogesh Pahadia, all the officials and staff from the Department of School Education, SCERT, Samagra Shiksha, NBSC, Director of School Education, and representative from Nectar Project, distinguished district officials, respected school leaders, principals, vice principals, headmaster and assistant headmasters, the school children from the school children attending the today's program. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to invite me for today's program. I really feel special and privileged for the launch of District School and System Leader Professional Learning Community. I must extend my sincere thanks to Madam Ale, Dr. SCERT and her team to complete this professional learning community training since last 3 years. The previous speakers have mentioned that almost 385 school leaders has been trained as part of this training program, the 1 month school leadership program. As mentioned by the previous speakers, the training and refresher courses are very much integral to the teaching profession. We have almost 20,000 teachers, and majority of them go through the regular refresher courses and training, but now this has been mandated by the NEP 2020 also. The teachers are supposed to go through the mandatory professional development courses of 50 hours per annum, and along with that, I believe the SCERT must be preparing the module for the professional development course, the continuous professional development course for the teachers. Along with that, I must appreciate the Nectar P3 consortium team, which in collaboration with the SCERT has curated the training module for the school leadership, and it has been made it mandatory for the promotion, because we have seen in past that many teachers which has not even completed their 1/3 total tenure in the school, in the classroom, has been promoted to the managerial post and holding managerial post, and with the role changing, there has been no training for the change role. So school leadership training is very important because the role has been changed. I have mentioned it quite a few times earlier also, but let me today also reiterate that we have directorate, we have office of DO, we have office of SDOs, but schools are as good as the public in itself. The schools have the good amount of autonomy, because ultimately what happens in the schools depends on the teacher and the school heads. From directorate, from DOs, from SDOs, we can monitor the SDO's office, and the DOs can visit the schools, I'm not sure how regularly the DOs and SDOs are visiting the schools, but still we can visit, but still it's not very prudent or feasible to visit very regularly or monitor through the directorate. So the schools are having a good amount of autonomy, and that autonomy should be acted with accountability. We all have been to the schools, and we have never met our SDOs or DOs or the director or the commission secretary. For us, it was the principal, the school head was the supreme authority. So how punctual teachers were in the school, how, to what extent the indicators. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for all those valued suggestions and reinforcing the need for continuous development. I think even when we do our field visits, one thing that does come up frequently is how even leaders say they need continuous development, which shows that learning has no age or limits, and everyone feels the need to continuously keep learning. And in terms of the impact that we are trying to measure, like Ma'am Benjog had mentioned, we have been going through almost a year-long impact study, and we do hope to present the learnings from the report soon. And on that note, I think we've had the great privilege to have all the guests speak the gathering and address about the program, the realities, and the expectations of a PLC. And I believe we have one thing to do as well, and probably a quick change in pace is with our TM higher secondary school students performing a special number. Yeah.
Just a weary pilgrim, wandering through this world of sin, getting ready for the city, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, Lord, I want to be that number when the saints go marching in. My father loved the Savior, what a soldier he had been, but his steps will be more steady when the saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, Lord, I want to be that number when the saints go marching in. And Mother, may God bless her, I can see her now as this, with a rope of white around her, when the saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, Lord, I want to be that number when the saints go marching in.
I think we can give them a bigger round of applause. Thank you so much. They have been preparing with all their heart and might for this event, and it was truly wonderful. Thank you once again. We now move to a very important segment of today's program, which is the formal launch of the DSSL PLC, for which we request for a group photo. We will do a little bit of rearrangement for this bit, and I request the organizing team and the staff to support me with this. So can we have the first few chairs being set up in the front for the dignitaries to be seated? Yeah. So the red chairs can be moved here so the dignitaries can be seated. So may I request all the district officials and the school leaders to please join us for the photo. If you're camera shy, you can stand at the back, but please do join. We'll take two photos, one with everyone who's in the event. So I want the students also to join us for one of the photos. So can all the students be in the front? Yeah, as in like there's space there. Okay, just behind the chairs. Yeah?
Let's go. No, it's okay there. There's enough space. May I request the people to also join and the nectar team? It's okay. Okay. All right. As long as when you're standing, just ensure you're able to see the camera. That means we'll be able to see you as well, is my logic. But let's see how that works. So which camera should they be looking at? Okay, just at the center, please. And you guys can give the cue. Ready? You can all smile. Oh, so. And one actually with a smile, please. Thank you, everyone else. Come, the students, come. Please, please, sir, please join.
You can also join us.
P3 team, please join. Sir, Achu.
Oh my God, here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so now we are officially